Choco Mucho Flying Titans kontra ang Creamline Cool Smashers. Live na live po tayo via Liga HD, via our streaming platforms, iWant, sports.abs-cbn.com, and we are also live via tfc.tv. Mabuhay Pilipinas! Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Sinjan Reyes, na makakasama niyo po ngayong hapon sa panonood ng match na ito. At syempre po, kasama din natin ngayong hapon ay walang iba kundi ang commissioner ng volleyball world na si Noreen Go. Noreen, welcome to Iloilo.
Thank you. I am a tourist here and enjoying every moment.
Yes, and we're really enjoying. The fans are starting to fill the arena in, and we're starting to feel the heat of the competition with the heat of the temperature inside the arena. But what's important, Noreen, is speaking about the heat of this competition is we look at our team standings and where our teams stand in this 9-team roster.
Yeah, you can see Creamline at the top pa rin. 11-0 Petro Gazz, 8-2. Medyo solidified naman yung Final Four bid nila. Banco Perlas and Motolite 7-5. PacificTown-Army 6-5. Choco Mucho 6-6. Air Force 4 wins, 6 losses. You can see Bali Pure 3-10 and Chef's Classics 0-14.
And it's interesting, you've mentioned Chef's Classics. The last matchup that Petro Gazz faced was Chef's Classics, and they were up against Chef's Classics and they won in 3 sets. And then for PacificTown-Army, they won their match against Choco Mucho in 5 sets. But here, speaking of previous matches, let's go back to the first meeting of these two squads. For Petro Gazz, they won against the PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers in 3 straight sets. 25-15, 25-15, 25-19 lang naman na rin.
lang naman. Yeah, it was a pretty dominating performance, obviously, by Petro Gazz, sweeping the scoring skills, spikes, blocks, aces, and Janet Panaga led all scores with 13 points, while Prado scored 12. For the Troopers, Honey Royce Tobino was the only one cinch to score in double figures. So, yun yung mga abangan natin in today's game.
At yun yung mga kaabang-abang if there would be adjustments on the side of our PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers, and that's Honey Royce Tobino on your screens right now. And we're going to have another exciting day here in Iloilo. The last time we were here was the reinforced conference pa, and we're so glad that we are here again today. But here, Noreen, for our kapamilyas who want to join us here in Iloilo, you could tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports at gamitin po ang hashtag na PVL2019. We are also on Instagram. That's at ABS-CBN Sports on Instagram. And we also have our Facebook page. That's at Premier Volleyball League on Facebook. That's almost 1 million likes na po, mga kapamilya. Currently, we are in 990,613 lang naman. So, malapit na po.
Konti na lang.
Mayarating na natin yung 1 millionth liker natin who will get a TV Plus Go. And hopefully, malay natin, baka madagdagan pa yung mga papremyo natin dyan. So, like away na po tayo dyan, mga kapamilya. Pero ito sa aming pagbabalik, pag-uusapan na natin at hihimayin itong dalawang koponan natin dito lamang sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Back here inside the San Agustin Gym in Iloilo City, kung saan tayo ay magkakaroon ng doubleheader at sisimulan niya ng ating Petro Gazz Angels kontra ang ating PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers. Sinjan Reyes po kasama si Noreen Go. And Noreen, let's go back to the last game of our Petro Gazz Angels where they won and showed their might in 3 straight sets.
Yeah, sabi mo nga, showed their might. Again, another dominating performance by Petro Gazz, winning at 25-21, 25-14, 25-12. And in all scoring skills and non-scoring skills, halos silang, nagwagi doon. So in today's game, yun yung gagawin nila. Play their game because things are looking good for Petro Gazz.
Yep, and that is after their stint in Taiwan. So it's very interesting as to kung ano nga ba yung mga nabaon nila dito. At sabi nga ni Coach Arnold Lanyog, isa nga sa mga factors ay yung pagiging mas maaasahan na nung kanilang mga wing spikers. And speaking of wing spikers, we are joined by one of the wing spikers of our Petro Gazz Angels. Walang iba kundi si Jonas Sabete.
Hello po.
So wait, Sabete?
Sabete po.
Sabet. Kasi si Namiki joke nila yan yung Sabete. Pero ito, Jonah, hindi alam ng nakakarami, pero ikaw ay isang proud negrense.
Yes po.
Oo, so ikwento lang natin kasi ang alam ng marami is yung pagiging Bulacan State University player mo.
Yes.
Pero paano nga ba yung naging kwento ng isang Jonah Sabete?
Napakahabang storya eh.
Oo.
Sobra, pag kinuwento ko siguro di aabutin
Pang
yung...
MMK.
Oo, sobra. Family problem yung nangyari. Pero yun nga, hindi sumuko yung mother ko na makapag-aral. Lumipat kami ng Bulacan para makapagtuloy pa rin yung pag-aaral. Tapos yun, thank God naman at pinarad ako makapasok sa volleyball. Then,
At yun nga naman.
Oo. Pero back to the game naman, ano sa tingin mo yung kailangan nyo gawin today laban sa Philippine Army?
siguro po, tsatsagaan talaga namin at tatatrabuhin yung mga yun ang gusto kung anong gusto ni coach na ilabas ng bawat isa at saka less error lang talaga kami. Kasi last time, first set, sobrang dami naming error.
Daming binigay na libreng putos.
Yes.
Pero ito, Jonah, narinig namin kay Coach Arnold nung na-interview namin siya na sa Taiwan daw, grabe daw talaga yung pressure sa inyo mga wing spikers ng Petro Gazz. So, ano nga ba yung feeling nyo dun sa Taiwan, especially being a wing spiker as well?
Yun nga po, nasa isip na talaga namin na sobrang lakas nila. Sa service pa lang, siguro kakapusin. Pero ayun nga, sabi nga ni coach na tiyagalan talaga. Kung ang nasa isip lang talaga namin kung paano namin magka-points or as in, andun yung laban eh. Pinoy tayo eh. As in, laban lang talaga.
At saka pag may tiyaga, syempre may nilaga.
Nilaga.
Pero ito, Jonah, maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin dito
Thank
today.
you.
At maaari ka nang bumalik. Pero bago ka namin pabalikin, syempre kailangan bumate sa iyong mga kababayang Ilonggo at mga Ilongga.
Hello sa mga ka-Ilongga. Keep watching pa rin po. Magsinadya ta dire sa Iloilo City. Kag mga taga-Escalante nun, keep watching pa rin po. Thank you.
Okay, maraming salamat, Jonah, ulit. At maaari ka nang bumalik sa iyong warm-up kasi parang kailangan patuloy yung pagtagaktak ng pawis mo. Pero ito, so Jonah Sabete, it's also rightful that we talk about her last game performance where Jonah scored 12 points at may 12 digs pang dagdag, Noreen.
Yun ang maganda, di ba? In both aspects, offense and defense, she's been contributing and really making a name for herself. No, sabi nga, she's one of the strengths already of Petro Gazz. So we look forward to her performance in today's game as well.
Yes, at yun nga yung kaabang-abang their growth after the Taiwan stint, everything that is adding up to Jonah's name and to her under her belt. Marami tayong inaasahan from Jonah Sabete. But enough about our Petro Gazz Angels because when we return, it's time to talk about our PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers sa aming pagbabalik dito lamang sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Back here inside the San Agustin Gym dito sa Iloilo at maayo-ayo mo diha dahil kami dito excited sa match for our today. And si Engineers po kasama si Noreen Go. Noreen, we promised to talk about our PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers. So let's go back to the last game of our Lady Troopers where they also won. Pero ito naman, they lost rather. Ito yung kakaibang kwento because Choco Mucho finally broke their spell of a 5-setter match, and now we see Pacific-Town-Army having some trouble against the Flying Titans.
Yeah, if you can see the score, no, they at one point they led 2-1. You can see they won set 2 and set 3, but eventually lost set 4 and set 5. But you know what, the interesting thing about that game, Army won in spikes and in blocks and swept the non-scoring skills. So they weren't playing bad, except we have to mention errors. 42 errors as compared to 24 for Choco Mucho. So that's what they want to check coming into today's game.
At nagkatalo dun sa endgame. It was the 4th set na medyo bumitaw, medyo gumaan yung laro ng Army, and that's not a good sign, especially if you want to have a solid team that is filled with veterans, and you have a solid team that is filled with veterans.
Yeah, parang it's uncharacteristic for them that they weren't able to finish. No, and you know, Choco Mucho is a very young team. That's why today, you know, they're hoping to play a lot better than in that match.
And we're talking about playing better. This is a girl that is joining us today that always plays better, and she's not just any Ilongga because she is the bionic Ilongga. Walang iba kundi si Jovelyn Gonzaga. Let's welcome her to the panel. Welcome, Jov.
Welcome.
Jov, sino ba sa triplets yung baon mo today?
Yung panganay.
Yung panganay. Pero ito Jov, pagbabalik sa yung hometown, actually dito ka na nag-collegiate years dahil Centralian ka. Kumusta naman ang feeling na nakabalik ka dito sa Iloilo today?
Sobrang sarap sa feeling. Actually, excited ako na maglaro sa harapan ng mga fellow Ilonggos. Gusto kong bigyan sila ng magandang laban. Gusto ko sila bigyan ng magandang laro para mag-enjoy sila sa panonood.
Yung sa last game nyo, you lost. Painful yun kasi leading na kayo at 1.2 to 1, no?
Opo.
So ano yung magagawa nyo into today's game? Yung na-learn nyo in that game?
Actually, kailangan talaga namin yung consistency kasi nawala kami nung mga padulo na actually 4th set to 5th set nawala na talaga kami. So, yung kung ano man yung pagkukulang namin that time, pinag-practicean talaga namin para hindi na namin maulit. And so, for now, sabi ni Coach Kung Fu, it's all about mindsetting. So, yung mindset talagang napakalaking bagay in today's game.
Nabanggit mong mindset. Ano nga ba ang mindset ng isang Jovelyn Gonzaga papasok sa match na ito?
Kailangan kong makatulong, kailangan kong mag-step up, and yung part ko kailangan kong gawin para mas makatulong ako sa team and mas ma-hype yung team. And at the same time, one set at a time para makuha namin yung game na rin.
Yan nga naman yung Jov na kilala namin lahat. Pero ito, Jov, huling baka gusto mong bumate or may gusto kang mga pasalamatan at syempre yung mga kababayan mong mga Ilonggo at Ilongga dito.
Sa tanan-tanan yung mga Ilonggos, madamo og nga salamat sa pagkadto. Wala pa diri kadto kamo subong sa San Agustin, diri ang hampang, and iabangan nyo gid ang lalo pa ang next game. Madamo gid nga salamat sa suporta sa PVL. Tanin di ka mo magsawang magsuporta sa amon. Madamo gid nga salamat. See you.
Maraming salamat, Jov, and
Good luck.
we'll expect your bionic Ilongganess to shine here.
Pressure.
Konting pressure. Konti lang. Kailangan ng konti. Pero ito, hayaan ka namin pumunta sa iyong warm-up. Dahil syempre, kailangan ka ni Coach Kung Fu for today. But ito, speaking of Jovelyn Gonzaga, Gonzaga's got the goods all the time for the Pacific-Town-Army Lady Troopers.
Yeah, maganda, no? With her performance, is like Jonas Sabete, both in offense and in defense, 15 points and 17 digs. And, you know, coming off an injury and hearing her story, it's so nice to see her getting her game back. And, syempre, ang mga fans ng Army is hoping that she will contribute the same number of points or even more in today's game.
Yep. And, you know, Jovelyn Gonzaga, it's so nice to see her still jovial and all. You know, she has a family problem right now, and the whole volleyball community is stepping up to help her family out. So it's going to be nice to see Jovelyn play inspired with a lot of passion as well in today's match, especially that she's in her hometown or home area per se. So yun yung kaabang-abang in this match for today. Pero ito na rin, ang kaabang-abang din ay yung mga tweets ng ating mga kapamilya dyan sa buong mundo na sumasabaybay ng PVL. Don't forget to tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports at gamitin po ang hashtag na PVL2019 para po mabasa namin ang inyong mga tweets. Tayo din po ay nasa Instagram. That's at ABS-CBN Sports on Instagram. And if we have Instagram, we have Twitter. We also have Facebook. That's at Premier Volleyball League on Facebook. Almost 1 million likes na po yan. Tulad ng sabi namin kanina, 990,613 likes na po. So, like away and don't forget that you have a chance to win a TV Plus Go if you will be the 1 millionth liker. Just screenshot. And of course, don't forget to check the #1 sports website of the Philippines, sports.abs-cbn.com, for anything and everything about sports, about the PBL, about basketball, kahit anong sport.
Lahat.
Catered natin dyan, syempre, Noreen. And of course, we're also on iWant. Pero ito, we will start our match sa aming pagbabalik dito lamang sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here at the University of San Agustin Gym in Iloilo. This is the PBL 2019. The officials for this ball game is Hernando Velarde, national referee. Herbert Matematico, national referee. And now let's meet the players from Petro Gazz Angels. Number 8, Kai Balalua. Number 2, Janelle Cheng. Number 1, Cherry Luna. Number 6, Pangs Panaga. Number 19, Joveline Prado. Number 16, Jonah Sabete. And the libero, Celine Cruz and Rika Escona. The head coach for the Petro Gazz Angels is Arno Leto. And now let's meet the PacificTown-Army. Number 5, MJ Mase Babayo. Number 6, the team captain, Jim Gutierrez. Number 8, Joveline Gonzaga. Number 9, Elena Vicar. Number 15, Royce Tobino. Number 16, Lud Malaluan. Libero, Christine Agno. And Angela Luna. And the head coach for the PacificTown-Army is Coco Reyes.
There you have it, our first 6 from both squads. Nothing new from both sides of the court, but for our Petro Gazz Angels, we have Sabete, we also have Prado, we have Panaga, we have Mercado, we have Nunag, we have Cheng, and our first libero will be Cruz. Sa kabilang panig naman para sa ating PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers, nandyan si Lot Malaluan, Honey Royce Tobino, Alina Becar, Jem Gutierrez, Joveline Gonzaga, Ging Balse Pabayo, at syempre si Nunag at well, for now, it's Tin Agno who will be the first libero, but Nunag also is another libero for our PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers. We will be starting set number 1 here at Iloilo for the Open Conference.
Yeah, you know, this match is more important for, actually, based on the standings for PacificTown-Army, because they're riding on a 6-5, their standing so far, no? Itong Petro Gazz 8-2. So if they want to make it into the Final Four, they have to start winning.
Doreen, speaking of the numbers of the standings, ano sa tingin mo yung safe na number para sa ating mga komponan para makapasok sa Final Four? Or what would be a safe gauge? Because medyo magulo yung baba
Yun na nga Yung cream line, I think that's medyo safe
the
na
11
sila
is quite safe.
So, you're thinking they have about, 6 more games each? So, 8-2, I'm looking at Petro Gazz, 8-2, Banco Perlas, probably, 12?
Yeah, so 12 is the safest number.
Yeah.
Because if we say 10, parang kulang, parang bitin may chance pang Because Chocomucho can win their next 4 games and still be a contender, di ba?
Yeah.
So, a lot of things can happen in the next few days. Just like the last few moments where we've seen back-to-back points para sa ating Petro Gazz Angels. Janelle Cheng continues to serve. Picked up there by Royce. Gutierrez denied by the blockers. No coverage. Poor coverage on the side of PacificTown-Army.
Yeah, PacificTown-Army actually has to realize it's one of the strengths of Petro Gazz, their middle as well. You know, Panaga's there, you know, Nunag's there. So, if you're the hitter, you don't want to go or you don't want to hit the ball to Jeanette Panaga.
Kailangan din pahirapan sa service pa lang. But unfortunately, Army still doesn't have a chance to serve because Petro Gazz continues to score and gets a service ace. But here we have a timeout from our PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers. And speaking about the Lady Troopers, coming into this match, there's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure nga kasi nga pinakit mo medyo laylay sila dun sa Final Four. They're not guaranteed yet of a spot. So I got to ask Coach Cook Reyes, what's the strategy coming into this match? The joke answer is manalo.
Obviously,
yeah.
Yeah.
Pero sabi ko nga kay Coach, maliban sa manalo, ano yung paano ka mananalo dito? Sabi niya wala lang, tiwala lang talaga sa kanyang mga veterana sa loob ng court.
Ano yan, man of few words talaga.
Syempre. And very direct
when
giving those instructions during the timeout. But here, let's continue our game as Petro Gazz continues to serve 4-0. Cheng there, picked up by Tubino. Inangat dito ni Bicar, papunta kay Gonzaga. Tip. Nice pancake from Shen. Gonzaga again on the second try. Mabayo, off speed. On the other side, hinabol ni Shen. Pupuntahan si Balwalwa. Rather, they go to Gutierrez. On the other side, Gutierrez finally converts.
And
The hands of Kai Balwalwa.
Yeah, breaking the streak of Petro Gazz. That's what they need. No, everybody should step up. We have the young ones in Jem Gutierrez and Tubino and even Malaluan.
Now
It's funny that you mentioned that
that.
about Petro Gazz bringing their game as well because they didn't just bring their game here. They also brought their fans inside the arena. May mga dun sa taas may mga red balloons at may mga tarpaulin ng Angels. Speaking of the Angels, they get another 3 point there. Jovelyn unable to convert on that last play.
You know naman these teams have fans everywhere,
All over the
nationwide.
archipelago.
Joey Prado.
Rado now serving for Petro Gazz. They have a 4-point advantage.
A strong start for Petro Gazz.
Pretty strong, but PacificTown so far still finding their groove as Jovelyn tries to hit that through on the other side. Balwalwa will go cross court. Inangat dito ni Nunag, papunta kay Gutierrez. Off speed over the blockers. On the other side, Prado chooses the open side to Sabete. Sa kabila, Lot Malaluan going for that quick. That's also another interesting matchup. Malaluan going up against Panaga.
Yeah.
They were former teammates for the Lady Warriors when we were back in the SVL.
Long time ago.
But pretty recent, around 4 years ago.
Yeah, no, but that was a great set by Bicar. That's how you do it. You have a good blocker in Panaga. Make it your quick. You know what I mean? Parang ang ginawa ni Malaluan, she hit it so fast, Panaga was not able to block.
Nasabayan naman pero hindi lang nabantayan yung angulo.
Yeah.
4 points ahead ang Petro Gazz after the freebie with that service fault. Banks Panaga with that new haircut, new look, new do pala.
Curly.
Yeah. Tinanong ko, ano yung naging idea tungkol dyan? Jericho Rosales.
Now serving number 6,
Saka paano maiba?
Oo, parang maiba lang. Sabi ko nga, parang si Che kasi yung fashion starter sa kanila.
Yeah.
With the hair. But we see now Che lost the braids.
The color.
Yep, back to the game. Tubino goes off the block. Royce brings the score to a 2-point disadvantage for the Lady Troopers.
Yeah, you know, Royce, we always say, has been the most consistent for the Lady Troopers. So
Scrappy but consistent.
yeah. She scores the points. That's why other people that have to help out.
So hindi lang pwede si Royce yung
Serving number
scrappy.
9,
Everyone has to play scrappy if they want to change the rhythm up in their side of the court. As Balwalwa serves things up here para sa Petro Gazz. Inangat ni Nunag. Papunta kay Tobino. Tobino hits that straight to the antenna. And that gives a 3-point advantage for the Angels.
Yeah, you know, we talked about, actually, Joe Gonzaga's on talked about their errors also. So they need to check that.
And we are now at 8-4 as we go to our first tactical timeout. Magbabalik po kami dito mula sa Iloilo. The San Agustin Gym here in Iloilo is starting to get filled with our kapamilyas na excited at nanonood ng mainit na paunang match-up namin dito sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Live na live po tayo mula dito sa Iloilo. And you are witnessing the match between your Angels and the Lady Troopers. 8-4 is our scoreboard. 4-point advantage for the ladies in white.
Yeah, again, we mentioned it was a very good start for them, but for Army, you know, their first ball, they're struggling. And that's what they need to check right now so that they can do that.
Just like that, on cue.
Do that.
Perfect connection para kay Lot Malaluan. But so far, it has been Lot who's doing the damage for Petro Gazz. 2 points from Lot, 1 point from Jeb Gutierrez earlier with that off the block. And the one was a freebie. So they have to work things up here at the side of PacificTown-Army as Bicar goes to Tobino. That goes straight to the net.
Yeah, that set was far from the net and Tobino just hammered it.
It's now 9-5 as the Angels serve. That sails out. Freebie para sa PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers. That goes up to a 3-point disadvantage for the ladies in green as Alina Bicar will now serve.
Yeah, they have the full front row. So right now, they have to create their own opportunities.
Titingnan natin because they've been missing a lot of service opportunities early on as Prado winds and makes do with that.
Yeah, goes through the blockers and finds that hole.
Now, it's back to a 5-point lead.
Number 1,
Jay Nunag.
Naninibago ako sa
Dun sa
hair ni
look,
Jerry. Parang how long had she had those braids?
End of the reinforced conference up to last week. Yes. But last week pa lang sinasabi niya tatanggalin na nga daw niya.
Mabigat na.
Hindi naman daw mabigat. It was more of the parang after a while kasi you have to retouch it daw to the stem roots.
Yeah.
Roots.
Wow.
As Angels trying to convert pero may clarification dito mula sa ating first referee tungkol sa nangyari.
I saw one of the linesmen signal in.
Yep. And it is in. That will be awarded to our Petro Gazz Angels. Angels ahead by 4 points.
Yeah, Prado doing damage again. Prado has really stepped up. I mean, without the imports, she's one of the go-to hitters also for Petro Gazz.
It's unsurprising because we know Jovelyn Prado from the time when Coach Ness was still around, and the Tacloban Fighting Warais, the Power Smashers,
Serving number
all
5,
these teams that she has been part of, she has been the prolific attacker for them. If she couldn't contribute in attacks, talagang yung depensa bumabawi.
All-around player.
And here, Gutierrez will try to answer that she's also all around, but she doesn't convert. They go to Gonzaga. Hits it straight to the net. That's too low for Jovelyn Gonzaga, and Kung Fu Reyes pulling out his paddles.
Now serving number
Giving one to
19,
Nene
Jovi
Bautista,
Prado.
also an Ilongga.
Substitution Bautista
Pasok si
for
Nene dito.
Gonzalez.
Nene, a former national team player. Also a Centralian, if I'm not mistaken. So, hometown,
Yeah.
home court.
Pero si Jov Gonzaga can't seem to get her groove yet. No? You can see it. Baba yung follow through, yung
It's an ace.
contact niya with the ball.
Some fatigue, probably.
Probably.
As Petro Gazz now up by 6 points, or rather make that 5. And Jinx. That was a freebie.
Sin Jinx.
Yep. Freebie for our Pacifictown-Army Lady Troopers.
Yeah, even Jonas and
Now serving
mentioned
number
that
14,
the error
Nene
nila,
Bautista.
remember yung errors nila is that one thing they have to check in today's game.
That's something that they have to change up if they want an easy win. But so far, they make things look easy on the open side with Jonas Sabete.
Nasasanay ka na sa
Serving
sabi
number
eh.
6,
Sabete.
Franz Fernanda.
Pangs Panaga, 5-point advantage for the Angels. Will serve.
Oh, good serve.
Picar will make do. Point goes to the side of Pacifictown-Army. Clarification from the first and the second referee. Coach Arnold unhappy with that.
Yeah, because Picar wasn't about to set the ball.
I think there was an intention to attack.
Oh.
So let's see. Okay, point goes to the side of the Angels with that clarification. Good call for our first referee.
Yeah, you'll call that if the setter has some intention of setting tapos na-block ng blocker.
It
But
was obvious she was going for a dump ball.
yeah.
Hinabol ni Bigar.
Oh,
Great
still
save.
alive, yeah.
They go to the open side. Great adjustment from Sabete. On the other side, Gutierrez gets through. On the other side, Sabete again down the line, but that is white.
Yeah, she knew it.
Score. Pacifictown-Army.
Army down by 5 points.
But again, error
Now
coming
serving
from Petro Gazz.
the team captain, number
They're
6.
still not converting
Jen
on their
Gutierrez.
own. Hinahanap natin dito sa...
Oh,
And that is where it is closely. And we go to our second technical timeout. Magbabalik po kami dito sa PVL. Back here inside the San Agustin Gym in Iloilo, and we have our Pacifictown-Army Lady Troopers going up against the Petro Gazz Angels at sing-init ng laban sa court ang temperature sa loob ng arena. Kanya-kanyang baon ng fan dito. Sino rin dalawa yung baon?
thank God for these inventions.
Oh,
Mini fans.
These tiny fans. Pero ito, substitution para sa panig ng Petro Gazz Angels. Pinasok si Chi Saet at si Liza Layog. Pero ito, batiin lang natin ng pabilis mula dito sa Iloilo si George Reyes. Happy 23rd birthday. At happy birthday din kina Lorea Grace Garcia at Loden St. John Jr.
Gary Luna.
And point after the substitution goes straight to the side of our Petro Gazz Angels. It's 17-10. 7-point advantage para dito sa ating Angels.
Yeah, again, Army struggling in terms of first ball. Again.
Another trouble on the first ball there, but
Oh.
more Scrappy adjustments work para sa Army. Pero ito, mabilis ang conversion ng Angels. Up by 8 big points are the Petro Gazz Angels. And
Timeout,
Coach
PacificTown-Army.
Kung Fu has to call his timeout. Right now, Coach Kung Fu looking very calm on the sideline. Reminders on the first ball. We've been noticing that, Noreen. But what else do you think has Army have to correct in their side of the court?
They're not in the game. I mean, we've seen them play. How many they're already? That's 6 and 5. So they've 6 and 5. So in all those games, yeah, they had good games and bad games. But like today, feeling ko, they're not in their element. They need to wake up. Maybe it's a diesel start. They're hoping it's a diesel start, but they've got to get in the game, get their heads in the game.
You gotta get your head in the game.
Diba?
Oh, tama nga naman. Nothing wrong. You have to keep your focus in the game. Baka masyadong nag-enjoy sa batchoy kagabi. Let's see, we know our Army Lady Troopers in their last match, they rose to the challenge against the Choc Mucho Flying Titans.
Almost.
Yeah, diba? They lost the first set, won the next two. But the tail end, doon naman sila naubusan ng gasolina. Speaking of being all gassed up, our Angels continues to be gassed up with a 9-point advantage. Pumped up inside here. San Agustin Gym as Saet continues to serve for the Angels. That sails too long for Chi.
Yeah, when you look at the score, 19-point lead. Can you imagine? Petro Gazz has given them a lot of free points.
Yep.
Now serving
For them to get to 11.
Manalua.
So, yeah, they have to, for the Army, PacificTown-Army, they have to create their own opportunities and find.
That's kind of weird
Jonah
for
Sabete.
our PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers because in attacking, they fare not that bad at number 4 as a team in attack efficiency. So conversion is not the question
Yeah.
for them. But it's a problem when you have Petro Gazz Angels at number 2. And it also doesn't help if the Petro Gazz Angels is number 4 in serving. But looking at receiving, the PacificTown-Army is really having trouble in that department. They're at number 7 out of 9.
And you can see it.
It's
today.
obvious in today's game.
Yeah.
As they go up to Honey Royce Tubino. On the other side, Sayet chooses Prado. Gonzalez goes to Tubino. Tubino getting through the blockers.
Yeah, Gonzalez with a great set. And Tubino finally scores one for PacificTown-Army.
Coach Kung Fu fields in Dalia Cruz, number 11. Gutierrez is fielded out. As
So you have new faces na. You have De Los Reyes, Bautista, Cruz, Gonzalez.
trying to change things up, or maybe, just see if this might work. As Tobino makes it work.
Yeah, Coach Kung Fu obviously finding the right combination by changing things up. I mean, you don't see that so often.
Yung ganito kadaming adjustments. Usually it's just 1, 2 people. This time it's 4 people
Yeah.
that have been changed.
Oh,
What a dig there from Gonzalez. Tobino doesn't convert. No freebie again.
Now, that's wasted opportunity after a great dig. The set was too far over the antenna already, so Tobino had nothing to do with that.
We're just reminding our audience here not to use flash when taking videos. Inangat dito, papunta kay Honey Roy sa kabilang panig. Nakuha ni Cherry Nunag. Pupuntahan nila Liza Layo.
What a dig.
Great dig from Gonzalez. Tip from Panaga is denied by Jenay. They go to the open side kay Jovi Prado. Sa kabilang panig naman, pupuntahan nila Honey Royce Tubino. Swinging, getting that through. Free ball, bibigay dito ng Petro Gazz. Nene was there. They go to Tubino again, cross court. Tubino has been a scoring
Oh,
machine.
still alive.
Long rally that we have here. Longest of this set as Tubino nails that down.
Finally, we get a good rally in today's game.
That's the Army we know.
That's the Army we know. And it took how many substitutions for that? But they have to build on that. You can feel it now. They're coming, they're breaking up, then they have to build from there.
Royce now serves. Saet goes up to Layog. Layog nakahanap ng buta sa down the line.
That's smart him. So smart. Just finding that hole.
Babalik si Balwalwa at si Cheng para sa panig ng Petro Gazz Angels as they get the serve. 2 points away from closing set number 1. They have a 9-point lead. Janelle will now serve. Picked up there by Jenai. They choose Bautista from the open side. Popped up by Sabete. On the other side, they go to Prado. Ooh. Tubino unable to handle that.
Yeah, it's just their positioning as well, you know. Petro Gazz just playing it smart, finding those angles, finding the holes, putting it there, and Army's not adjusting in terms of defense.
But they're starting to get their groove here on the side of Our Lady Troopers as De Los Reyes tries to get that through. On the other side, Bautista and De Los Reyes connive for that block.
Yeah, that bump set by Cruz too near the net. If you have these tall Lady Troopers, you know, they're gonna block it down.
9-point disadvantage para kina Jenay De Los Reyes and the rest of the PacificTown-Army Lady Troopers. Serve picked up by Shen. They pop it up to Balwalwa and Army unable to handle that. Petro Gazz gets set number 1 with a 10-point advantage courtesy of that Balwalwa down the line kill. Noreen will return with set 2 action only here at the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference.
The Slam and Jam would like to thank the following for making this event possible. Mayor.
Hello to our Kapamilya sports fans worldwide. This is Eliza Valdez. Thank you for watching the set 1 of today's PVL game. Para mapanood ng live ang mga susunod na exciting PVL sets, just go to iWant.ph or sports.abs-CBN.com.
Iloilo, Isuzu Iloilo, Army and Navy Store, Nature Spring, and Mrs. Felisa Uy.